Hello guys, I'm Shockwave King here back once again. You saw the title of the video, Primal Season 2 and Season 2 overall overall review. And the last episode premiered last night. Now technically it was leaked the day before on some websites, which has never happened with Primal as far as I know, until episode 10, Echoes of Eternity. And arguably, this is the only episode of Season 2 that's actually about Spear. Technically going out the way it started. Some might say, what do you mean? All throughout Season 2 has been about what? Because there's been a legal question throughout Season 2, alright, we found Mira. Now what? Now you can argue all throughout Season 1, Spear and Fang was going somewhere, but it was more or less just picking a direction and just being on the move, that's it. There was no real destination, there was just going somewhere, and eventually they reached the coast, they met Mira, and kicked off Season 2. Which a lot of people talked about how the departure, how they kind of missed the Beast of the Week. And I can see that. I can see it. It was, of course, because like by episode 3, we've got Mira. Episode 4 is just protecting Mira. And now it's just like, where do we go from here? And it's just, I don't understand it, but you can see it from the, I don't know. Because no one can say Season 2 is a bad season at all. But I don't blame people for missing that whole first season episodes a week. I can understand, especially the way episode 10 starts out. Just Spear as a child, and I don't know if you call it a clan or what it is, but it's obviously that Spear's father is some type of hyper advanced primate, because him, that guy got his arm ripped off, and everybody else in between, they're just not normal people here. Quite obviously, they're just not. And they're not even Neanderthals. These are some like, that's the thing. You look at Spear, where Spear comes from. They don't look that much different in the face from the 8 men. They're not the ones at the end of episode 5, season 1. I'm talking about those earlier ones that was just in the cave. Those. And I think they was getting attacked by them bats. I'm talking about those ape guys. They look a lot similar to those, just with a nice brown tan. And people watching Spear Daddy get killed. Now I'm questioning, what was everybody else in the background when Spear was over here cracking, Spear's dad was over here cracking skulls open, when Spear's getting his arm ripped off like an animal. And that's nothing. The violence and music composition is perfect. Like, it's fantastic. The way the blood, the gore, the screaming, the stabbing, the brain blood, it all flows together so well. Now I just question, where was all these people to help support Spear Dad when Spear Dad was getting ripped in half and ripped alive? Why was Spear the only one who had to do anything? Because it's been a writer's patches. It's just the it was just the leader of the clan who got to fend off everybody else. Because there was some capable bodies in there who just sat there on the sidelines. Now there's that one elderly guy who got attacked. He could have died because of a heart attack, but everybody else had hair on their scalp. What about them? Spear Dad get to go out here alone, and then we get a chance to die in the Sans hand. He get ripped to shreds by Saber-Tooth Pappy. Again, get his necklace taken from him and put into his saddle. It's just a tragedy. But as I was saying, going on about earlier, out of all of season 2, episode 10 is the only episode about Spear. It really is. Because the first 2 episodes are about finding Mira. Episode 3 was getting to Mira. Episode 4 is defending Mira. I just see the primary theory episode 5 is just like a fun season. Because what episode is just, it's just kind of just 9 episodes. Maybe it was a filler episode, or maybe it had more significance. Get into that later. And then there's episode 6, which was pretty much finishing off all the Vikings. Episode 7, 8, and 9 is pretty much an entire Fang story, more or less. It was more about Fang protecting the children than it ever was about Spear. And episode 10 is the finality of the Mirror plot line and the wrapping up everything about Spear, because it's mainly about Spear. Fang and everybody else gets to take a background. We get to find out Mirror's backstory, which they gave a sneak peek about online. But overall, it was mainly a Spear episode. Spear flashback at the beginning. Spear wakes up, and we get to see Spear hanging around some of Mira's people. He fits in quite well, and he's finally able to do the Moon God prayer. But sadly, after he does just like his father, just before his father died in his childhood, he writes down his autobiography detailing everything happened to his life. The death is just happy. His wife and child getting murdered by the Tyrannosaurus, meeting Fang, encountering Mira, and wraps up the story with Fang and the children. After writing his excellent autobiography, he goes out there in the morning to go ponder his life decision. It seems like even here at the end, happy to a certain degree. He's happy for everybody else, but when he walks out there in the morning and just sits there, it's like he's contemplating, like he was when he's contemplating hopping off the edge of the cliffs. But eventually Mr. Viking Chief Man shows up on flame. Now apparently this is a transformer. I was never aware of this. I can't wait for that transformer action figure, because he can turn into a giant flame snake and chase Spear and Fang up the mountain. Amazing, excellent. But there was no real way Spear or Fang could have fought. That Viking Chief juiced open that volcanic rock. That was not going to happen. So they did the best they can. Spear goes off the edge, and Spear dies. No, pause for that. He goes off the edge. They both roll down. Mr. Viking Chief, and the way I believe he finished his job. He wanted Spear and Fang for a particular reason, Mr. Demon Man, and technically got what he wanted. So Spear's all cooked alive. Now Fang survived. He got that reptilian skin, fireproof baby, fireproof. But Spear, for the other hand, he's cooked better than a nice golden glazed turkey on Thanksgiving. He's nearly gone. They patch him up as best they can, but Spear's dying. Now, now technically, on Spear's way out. Spear's way out. He does have an interaction with Mira towards the end, and at the end, he has Mira has a child, and his Spear successor, and she's on the back of one of Fang's children, and then once again. But in my opinion, there's no need for a season 3 unless there's like some more backstory towards Spear and like his child. But it's really just wouldn't add anything. I will be interested to see what she does, but I don't think there'd be much to get out of season 3. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but there was a lot of questions about where was it set place? I don't think it was ever meant to set place anywhere really. Similar to Khan the Barbarian, or like other people have said of Pulp Fiction, it just everything just kind of happens. What time period to take place in? There's no time period. Everything just kind of just happens. Which is not widely inaccurate, because not every civilization developed technology at the exact same time. So we never know. It's similar to how we still have those tribal people who are 100% isolated. I'm pretty sure, like back during the 1500s, there were still people like that. So Spear being around is not implausible, according to archaeological evidence. But I know it doesn't take a lot for bones to wither away, and there's a lot more things that dies that bones we can't recover. Who knows? Maybe Neanderthal bones deteriorate a lot faster than everybody else's. But I mentioned something earlier, like I said that later, but for that whole viewpoint, it's just I can't really see a season 3. So my only real complaint with the episode is why did the Horn Man want Spear and Fang? Because besides from potentially taking some one singular slave that escaped on her own, well, she would have been nowhere been aware of this unless he just got them future sight abilities. But besides from that, oh yeah, technically he did get what he wants. Killing an animal dinosaur really do anything, but taking Spear's life, oh yeah, boy, he paid the ultimate price, one soul, and yeah, I never was gonna give you a son back. That was a lie. Bring that ass here, boy. Yeah, we thought I was gonna actually deliver. This fool crazy. He's out of his mind. He thought I was going to deliver. This fella here. This fella here. He thought I was going to give him his son back. Ooh, boy. Boy, he's smoking that crack. He's on them drugs. He thought I was going to give him his son back. Woo, boy, he's funny. That fool's he's hilarious. He thought I was going to give him his son back. Not in a million years, Johnny. As soon as Spear was on his way out and dying, boy, I'm telling you, that horn man was just creeping over his grave. He just creeping in there, just waiting. Oh yes, caveman, you gonna die now. You've been cooked alive. You're a jive turkey now. I can't wait. I'm waiting for you, boy. But even then, besides from that, it's just that's the only real answer I got left over. Because besides from finally collecting that Spear soul, there was no real beat. And it is kind of sad that Spear and him never had a direct confrontation. But then again, if Spear couldn't fight the juiced up Viking chief, then there was no way he ever had a chance of fighting Mr. Hornman. So it's just, he tried the best he can. But overall, I enjoy the series. I really do. It is a nice way to wrap up, switch it from episodic to a more story-based thing. Because really, after episode 4, it was a kind of a question of what do we do now? Since that we have Mira now, and it's just your homeland. So, a nice wrapping up for a plot line. Fang already got what she wanted with her children, growing up, and it just Spear. And it was just kind of just Spear. Now, sure, he was happy to see Spear's children scare somebody, but it really wasn't really a thing of he's internally happy, but he was just happy for others. I could be wrong. I saw the episode, but seeing the episode and even seeing it now, it's not a sense of happiness here. I don't know why. It's really not. And then again with Primal, I don't think it was ever going to be. Especially when it started off saying Spirit Daddy get taken out like that. As soon as he put up that handprint, as soon as he died, that handprint is a curse. Apparently it takes you out just like that. Easy work. So, but it is sad to see Spirit father get killed like that. That's and then like were there just only a bunch of men in the cave? Were the men protecting the woman, or just this is just a men hangout spot where we're just chilling and dealing? And this is where the boys become men. Hit that 5-step workout program. Because out of everybody, you gotta admit, Spear's dad. This man was an animal. He was a beast. I can argue that Spear's dad can give Pickle, yes, Pickle from Baki, a run for his money, because he was a machine, just killing left and right, and it's just. And Spear also, at a young age, putting in the work to help his father. Sadly, it was futile. He was able to save him and his people's lives, but at the cost of his father. Had to be extremely traumatic. And then, it's never explained why Spear eventually left the cave. It's just something that eventually, after the old men teach the boys to become men, that they go off on their own and have a family of their own. That could be the case. This could be the elderly retreat spot, and this is where Spear is coming to drop off his daddy to hang out with the other elderly men before the saber-tooth tigers find a little paradise spot and just start lunch. But overall, I enjoyed the season. I enjoyed the season. I enjoyed the season. There was a lingering question of where do we go now, because none of these episodes are bad or anything. None of them. All well animated, all excellently told. Them variety. We don't fought we have met every single culture on the planet and the Colossus. Every one of them has been exterminated by a caveman, a dinosaur, and potentially a Hakeem Olajuwon with Kamaru. So it's just, with that deadly trio, no army could survive. None. Now it's unconfirmed if Kamaru is dead. I doubt the Viking chief would kill them. And the only reason I doubt that is because they had nothing to do with this. It could be a case he just walked through the ship and they potentially just made it to some coast, or could have potential that he exterminated everybody. I don't see it. It wouldn't be implausible, but he really didn't attack anybody else. But then again, Spear and Fang was right there on the front lines. Spear, like I said, Fang was really through it. Like, that Spear and Fang combo is excellent. It's just like there's trouble, leaving the children behind, going straight to the front lines with Spear. We are the best of buddies. The best of buddies going out there to the front lines. Amazing. Amazing. It was fantastic. And even there's this there's no real happiness here. I'm excited that Spear had a and that's the messed up part about it. Like, as I was thinking that there's no guarantee that Spear Fang would make it out of it, and then I thought randomly, like in between, I think it was like around Monday or Tuesday, I was like, what if Spear died? It was just a random thought, because he's just like this. What if he did? And next thing you know, Wednesday, when the leaks come out, he gone. No, he gone. Cause that showed up all the death from Primal season 2, episode 10. I was like, oh. Apparently, someone in the comments says, but you forgot about Spear. Wait, what? But yeah, Spear, he gone. He gone. It is a tragic day in animation that Spear is gone. He's just gone. Oh my goodness, they don't kill Spear. No. Can you think about it? It's an old episode where Spear takes the main front. It really is. Take out the flashback, and he still really is center stage. So it's just to see good old Spear go out like that. It's just tragic. And even on his deathbed, he's still giving gifts of life. This man's an animal. It's sad to see Spear and his father go out like that in the same episode. And they go out instead of it being Spear, it was Fang's children. Instead of it being some saber-toothed tigers, it's one Viking man who was that's the thing. I never understood why he got so mad. Your family could have retreated at any time. I'm sorry, as soon as that red mist would have showed up, you still had no chance against a dinosaur in a cave, man. You wasn't going to win that fight. And that's the thing I never understood. The slaves knew better. They ran for their lives. But then they just kept going. It got to the point where episode 4 is when is the violence going to stop? When is it going to stop, man? Just, why won't you call in a retreat? You're not going to stop them. When is this going to stop? Stop. I don't want to see no violence no more, man. I can't take this no more. And they just kept going. It's just like, what about the women and children? They can run for their lives. But everybody want to fight to the death. Everybody got killed. I'm sorry. It's just, there is some sympathy to be had that it's just a period of time. And that's what they did for a living. And they chose to work for the big man. All right, they chose to work for the big man in the big chair in the volcano. And you died the way you lived, conquering, enslaving. And instead of calling a tactical retreat, we're gonna fight it to the last one of us. You got what you wanted. We guess all your family went to Valhalla. I don't see why he's upset. Sure, I'm not expecting him to be happy that his family's killed. But my whole thing is a tactical retreat at a certain point was called. This is a man and a rapid dinosaur. No, scratch that. A man and a pregnant dinosaur going ballistic. What made you think you was gonna win that? Now, I understand, it was like 1/3 of the little town. That'll be one thing. When there's about half of the people dead, it's time for a retreat. I'm sorry, it's just too many people has died. But they wanted to keep going, and they got what they wanted. They wanted to fight to the death. And Spear and Fang and Mirror put him to sleep for good. So overall, you already heard my thoughts on the pen. It was a good scene now for boy Spear and for the series. I don't think there really need to be a season 3. I wouldn't be opposed to a season 3 depending on what it's about. But I don't want to see Primal go to the future or follow up on the Primal theory too much, or just could follow Spear's daughter. But it's just getting that and her growing up in parallel with Spear and his backstory, with it not being the same, but we get to see them develop in their own way at the same time. That'd be an interesting thing, but necessary. And I'll be satisfied with just 2 seasons. Because the whole Beast of the Week thing, you could have got all that in season 1, part 1, and season 2, 1, part 2. That's everything. The Beast of the Week. There's nothing, we didn't see any more beasts. A few elephants, rest in peace, elephants was killed outright. It's just yeah. All I can truly say is I hope you guys enjoyed the season. I enjoyed the season, and shout out to Spear. It's sad because he kind of wasn't happy. Everybody else was happy. Everybody else was satisfied. But for Spear, I don't know. I can't say he was truly happy in the end. I just can't. But, hey, be sharp. Let you guys thoughts and opinions. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.